It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
The action tonight out at Capital One Center as the Washington Wizards play against the Milwaukee Bucks. We've seen some solid play from this Milwaukee team recently. They know it's always tougher winning on the road, facing a solid team, but one with weaknesses. They'll look to take advantage and steal the win. So right around the halfway mark, we're starting to see MVP candidates emerge. Shaq, you won that honor back in 2000, putting up tremendous numbers.
Yeah, I had a career high in averages, points, and assists, and that was the year of my first championship, Bernie.
Shaq, do you think you should have won more than one MVP?
I sure did. I got robbed twice.
I think overall in your career you should have had 4. But in 2000, when I was working as a student analyst watching you, man, that was a great Laker team.
I appreciate you very much.
Pleasure to know you. Honor
Thanks.
to be sitting here next to you. Isn't
so.
this guy the greatest?
Man, it's Shaq Mendes.
Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night.
All right, y'all, welcome back. And over the next few episodes, we're going to be talking a little bit about NBA 2K21 and just kind of work up a little bit of a feature list, a set list, some things we feel that the game could improve upon to make the progress, the process, and the enjoyment factor of it go a little further. Now, as much as I say 2K20 was one of the better 2Ks, I played a lot of it this year. You know, I spent a lot of time in the rec, spent a little bit of time in the park. I didn't play Pro-Am as much, though. I didn't put a team together and everything. I did enjoy 2K21 more than some people. Not everybody, you know what I'm saying? I know some people just enjoy the game for what it is and enjoy the game of basketball. But that enjoyment factor did get called into question a little bit recently when I was able to buy NBA 2K20 on PC at a steep sale. So I bought that and I started playing it. And my career experience was a whole lot smoother. Ran so fast, oh my goodness. It ran so beautiful that I kept thinking that my game speed was at like 100. That's how clean it was running. And so the first thing, give me the block, bum. Oh, come on. Somebody got to check Giannis, man, when I chased them blocks down. The first thing that it made me think about after seeing how it plays on the PC is one of the biggest things that we need to get kind of right is the frame rate. Now, I know consoles have to be locked at a frame rate for most games just because of performance issues. You know, with a PC, you can kind of upgrade parts to increase your frame rates, and it isn't until you play 2K that you really, truly, for me, will notice a big difference. I played a couple games on PC and on system, and they didn't feel that different when I'm playing on system versus PC. Some of the visuals were a whole lot different, but it didn't play that different. Now, when it comes down to 2K, for my career, when I'm playing an NBA game, I'm playing at 145 frames a second. And that 145 frames a second looks so smooth and animations come off so clean, and the control input feels like there's no delay. Even though there's a little slight delay, it feels like there's no delay. I played on PC for so long in the past few days that when I went back and played on system, I had the same jump shot, and I was releasing too late, too early. I was never releasing slightly early, slightly late, anywhere near on time. It was either too early or too late. I was playing like garbage. And so one of the first things I wouldn't mind seeing is that instead of locking a frame rate at like 60, especially with the new consoles, or if we want to compare like the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro, with these consoles, I believe that at least on the single player aspect of the game, give me the block. Give me the block. That's what I'm talking about, Giannis. I'm going to be chasing you down all night. Now, I want to see at least 120 frames for NBA 2K, at least for the single player experience. Now, like, I understand that for the multiplayer experience, they're going by, based on the servers and the fact that a lot of people don't have really strong internet connections when they come down to playing 2K. So, to me, I still wouldn't mind seeing a higher frame rate when it comes down to when you're playing park games or when you're playing rec games or when you're playing pro-am games, because that higher frame rate makes a little bit of a big difference. Makes a little bit of a big difference. You see what I just said there? So I want to see, one of the first things I want to see get worked on is make sure that there's an incorporation of a higher frame rate than we've had for the past few years. Now, I know that 2K supposedly runs on the Xbox at 60 frames a second, especially like if you run it on the X, it's supposed to be running at 60 frames a second. But when I'm playing mostly multiplayer now, and so when I'm playing multiplayer, I feel like I'm still locked at like 30 frames. That's what it feels like, and you can kind of tell that a little bit in just the input delay. And so I wouldn't mind seeing 2K's frame rate go up, because if their frame rate can go up, input delay goes way down, and that's the first thing to figuring out what truly needs to be changed in the mechanics of the game. So we took this L, but we still got a little bit more to talk about when it comes down to 2K. Like I said, over the next few episodes, that's what we're going to talk about 2K21 while we try to get this team into the playoffs.
One of the better stories from the past week or so has been the excellent play of my man Jay.
Killing the game, Hank.
Truly, it's hard to find fault with any of his game right now. Obviously, the bulk of his credit goes to him for working hard, building on his natural talents. But I got to give a huge shout out to the developmental staff. These guys are some of the best developmental coaches in the league, and it shows. They're always looking for new techniques, but they're not afraid to rely on time-tested formulas either. It's really the best of both worlds, and it's paying off big time.
Did they do that thing with the strobe lights?
Oh, that thing that Steph does?
Yeah, to help with their shooting?
It's a great question. You know what? I'm not sure. I'm going to ask around, see what I can find out. Oh, look at that. It's actually time for us to take a quick commercial break. And we'll be back with more on Che and his hot play. You're listening to Hank and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
The action tonight out at Capital One Center as the Washington Wizards play against the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets have really been playing well lately. A strong stretch of play for this team, winning 6 of their last 7. They're playing at a high level, no lack of confidence going into tonight's game. And Kyrie Irving said he'll hopefully be done playing by his early to mid-30s. Shaq, do you think he'll retire that early?
Yeah, he knows the strain of playing at this level. But I think as long as he's healthy, he ain't going nowhere. Keep getting them checks, young fella.
Well, we hear the same things from these rappers, saying they're out the game and they're with the shame, but next thing you know, they're dropping an album and looking for another hit in their name. Get it?
Oh, nice.
Get it? I wrote it.
Okay, say no more.
Nice.
Here's the tip.
How is that for a gorgeous sight? The Washington Monument here in the District of Columbia, so beautifully framed in the sunlight.
All right, now we back. We just took that little L from my main man Giannis and his Bucks, and that's cool. That's cool. We don't want to keep taking L's. Right now we are the 7th seed, and that means that we are currently in playoff contention, and I want to keep that going. So we got to get us a win here. Now, while we working on trying to get this win, going up against the Brooklyn Nets, the two-headed monster that I consider KD and Kyrie. And then you got Allen, who likes to try to throw shots left and right. I like his fro. I don't like him blocking my shots. So I got to try to get one on him before he gets one on me. Now, let's talk. Let's continue talking about. Give it to him. There we go. Let's continue to talk a little bit about 2K21's frame rate issue. Now, like I said, if you ever get a chance to play 2K on PC, now, and for those of you who watch the channel who has played it on PC, you understand exactly where I'm going, where I'm coming from with this. Like it's a different experience. Now, like I said, to me, visuals matter only to a certain extent. You want a game to look good. You want a game to look as real as it can get without sacrificing gameplay quality. That's the one thing. So I want a game that looks stunning, that looks beautiful, but I don't want to sacrifice gameplay quality to get that. Just like I'm about to get that shit out of here, brother. Should have went for that shot. Now, In order to first focus on, like, I know a lot of people complain about the mechanics. Some things like the controls don't register as fast, and I play on a wired controller, and so I'm looking at it saying that I understand that feeling. The wired controller does improve it a little bit, but what would improve it a little more is the constant update of what's going on and what you input it and what gets give me that block, bum. Now, the constant going on of what you pushed on the controller and what you see on the screen. And one of the best ways to first focus on that, and some people are saying I'm a little wrong on it, but believe it or not, play it. Oh my, you just blocked my shot like I'm a bum. Give me that back. Come on now, we got to find a way to score. Can we find a way to score? Now, one of the best ways to go about that is I really truly believe that for the system version of 2K, we need that increased frame. Oh my, you couldn't stop me. I tried to dunk on him, but that's all right, though. I scored the bucket. That's what matters. Now, once we've increased the frame rate, then we can look at all the other issues. We can look at the animations that drive the game versus the skill that's required to play the game of basketball. But the biggest thing, oh yeah, taking the baseline like it ain't nothing. Give me that. So, give me the block. Come on now. Oh, that wasn't a block? That's good defense. Okay, I'll take that. That's cool. Now, once we've increased the frame rate, now hopefully I'll be able to record some footage from the PC version that I play and everything. I don't know if you'll be able to see that much of a difference because, if I'm correct, I think you can only upload at like 60 frames a second max on YouTube. But it feels a whole lot different. So I truly don't believe that I can, ooh, baby, give me the putt back. I truly don't believe I can tell you as much as you can feel it by playing it yourself. Like I said, somebody who has the PC version of 2K, the nice computer, see if you can ever, give me the steal. See if you can ever get a chance to just play it one time. You'll feel a whole lot, you'll feel a bigger difference in what you press and how quickly your man react. And I ain't gonna lie, one of the downfalls to that though is that I get called for fouls a whole lot more when I get to reaching. So for the cats playing on console, y'all complaining about, getting called for reaching fouls. Yeah, it ain't as bad as when you reach on PC. You reach on PC, you might get a foul call just for being there. So I'm just saying, that's all because of when you press the button and when the game reads it. Sometimes it reads it late. Sometimes it reads it too late. Sometimes it reads it like a jump shot. Okay, and so I wouldn't mind saying the first major overhaul happened be an increased frame rate counter for consoles, mainly because consoles are getting stronger, they're getting better, and with this new wave, we should be at the basis. Ooh, baby, court angles. We should be at the basis where we're at least getting 120 playing the single player version of the game, and then I still don't like the locking it at 60, playing it on. Oh my, he just threw my shot like I was hot garbage. I gotta try to dunk on him now. So I wouldn't mind seeing that big improvement, that big change forward, because once you got that increased frame rate, everything else is gonna oh baby, did you see the putback? Let me show you on replay. Watch. Oh, that's how you get a step in front of your man. But with the increase in frame rates, the increase in the game itself will happen. So you increase the frame rate, all of a sudden you're playing a whole lot smoother version of the game, and then you can start to actually share your opinions on what you feel about the controls, what you feel about the latency, button input, and what you feel about the animations. Because I literally played one game on PC where I went to go dunk, and the dude had his back to me. Okay, he had his back to me, his feet was moving, and they gave him a draw charge. They said they gave me a charging foul, and I was like, oh, okay. See, this allows me to see that's an animation that needs to be looked in when it comes down to how it's programmed into the game. The rules said, oh, give it to me. Oh, I should have finished that. Sorry, I got the bucket. Yeah, as you can see, we got us a nice little blowout win going. Nice little 30-point victory. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, so in all, the first thing we focused on is let's look at fixing the frame rate issue and increasing the frame rate for consoles, whichever way we can. Also wouldn't mind seeing the ability to adjust certain visual settings on consoles just to make the game play a little bit better.
Effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable.
Hey, man, this is Kenny, man. I thought your coach did a great job on the offensive end to get you open. Getting you into a rhythm was important. What was he telling you before the game?
Just to be ready. We knew there might be some opportunities that we could exploit. My teammates worked hard to give me the shots on time, in rhythm. I appreciate the trust they had in me, man. I make the headlines, yeah, because that's a lot of points, but everyone in our family, they do their part.
They did their part, but you do get the headlines, brother.
Hey, Che, your agent's here. He says he's got something for you.
Hey, give me a second. I'm going to take care of the fans.
Sure, no problem.
Go. Got you, man. Oh, I got you. And what's your name? Got you. Have a good one.
Hey, yo, listen up. Game ball. Gotta give it to this absolute beast right here who pretty much did what he wanted to tonight. All right, nice work. Keep it up.
Good job, man.
I hope you all enjoyed the series. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new so you catch all the new videos. If you want to continue watching that series, check out the video on the left. If you want to check out another series, check out the video on the right. If you got an idea for a different series you would love to see me play and give you my story-based content off of, let me know down in the comments below. Peace.